Mamma mia! Mamma mia!
Huh? Nope. Nope.
Mamma mia!
This is Jason from Retro Gaming Asylum. Welcome to Game Masters.
All right, guys, we're here with episode number 26 of the Game Masters, but unfortunately, yes, finally I was able to do it. Finally got rid of her. All she did was keep weighing this show down. I mean, the constant pixelation, the constant dropping, the constant... You know what I mean, Brandy?
Hey! I was like, I can just leave. I can go.
Well, we did. We got rid of the old school 8-bit gamer aimer. So and now we've got the full blown 1080p Brandy.
Yeah,
looks awesome.
So let us know if I look a little bit
She's being vain here, folks.
I was so used to retro. I was living in the past with my cheap little webcam, kept blaming it on the internet. Well, we did an internet test. You could do that. There's like these things out there where you could test your internet. And that was working fine. And then I had this box, this amazing Move 4K PTZ camera that you or someone had sent to me. And I didn't know it was that easy. You just literally take it out of the box and there you go.
They're like, I can see Brandy's blackheads. I don't see
Hey!
any blackheads. So, but all gas, no brakes. What's going on?
That's okay. You probably can.
But you
Let
know
me
what?
know
You know what? One of the things that we wanted to do is we wanted to take this to the next level, and there's some other things that we're in the works for. But I mean, to get you to look like you're here in the year 2025, going on the year 2026,
Well,
it was much
I mean,
needed.
I figured, new
What about
year.
Ian? Ian's here. So Ian, you got to tell us. You were always the one that's sitting there saying Brandy's quality is terrible. She needs a new camera, even though she had it in a box for almost a year. Look at this.
Had one, technically.
Look at this.
I figured, I'd take it out of the box. Okay, there were a few cables that I didn't recognize, or like, you had to like put the little prongs on the adapter. I didn't understand some of this stuff.
We got you figured out.
But yeah. I don't know. Here I am. I'm here.
Oh, listen to these guys. 2025 is overrated. All gas. I was playing. Brandy has immaculate skin. Take me back to the 80s and 90s. That's great that you guys are here. We have one more week before our... Todd Freeman is here. He also says...
Howdy.
She looks amazing. So we finally got Brandy up to on the new camera, which is good. We got it all set up.
Yeah.
We kind of wanted it for the beginning of the podcast, like 26 episodes ago, but she was too scared, to fix it. And then I was like, after last week's frustrations, we were like, Brandy's like, all right, I'm getting it out.
I was like, let me just look in the box.
And what did it do? It took you literally 5 minutes to set it up.
Yeah, if that.
And then we called my wife down. I said, you got to see Brandy's picture now. I'm like, it's night and day difference. We're going to be working with her lighting a little bit. We're going to be doing some background ambient lights with her over the next... When we get back from our break from over Christmas, we'll have those two podcasts each of the week, Christmas and New Year's. You'll be able to watch them. Mm-hmm. We won't be physically live for them, but you'll be able to watch them. They'll release at the same time every Wednesday, Christmas week and New Year's week at 8 p.m. Eastern. The video will be on both of our channels.
Yeah.
The audio podcast will be up.
Mm-hmm.
And you can watch we did those in person, Brandy, at the Pittsburgh Gaming Expo.
Go Pittsburgh!
So you ended up driving out to that, and we did those recordings live. We got some interviews on one of them. We had a really good topic with another one. So make sure you guys tune in for that so you won't miss any weeks of us, even though the holidays are coming.
Yeah.
We do encourage you to spend the time with your families, but watch the podcast too.
Yeah, have a good time. You can listen anytime. You don't even have to catch it as soon as it goes up. Same with all of our episodes. If you guys have missed any, you guys can just, check them out, put them on in the background while you're wrapping your presents and all that. And, or put them on for the family to watch when you have them over.
There you go. There you go.
You can do that. Look, there's a Christmas tree. It's festive.
Yeah.
Just go ahead.
Exactly. So I'm glad we were able to get that ironed out, take the podcast to the next level, and be able to do that. So I'm looking forward to 2026. We've got a lot of
big things
coming. We got a lot of things in the works that we've been playing. And I know, Brandy, I really hate to say stuff like that because how many podcasts that
I know everyone says that. There's a certain one that I may have been on at one point, and I swear it was like every week, big things coming. You don't want to miss out. Big, huge things coming. Oh, check this out. You got to stay tuned.
But we wanted to prove it to you. Which is why we got the camera going as early as we did, because we do have some things coming.
Yeah.
Even for the video side of things. We just can't implement it just yet. We got to give Brandy some time. Her brain's still coming back down to earth. She did a really good job. I mean, give her some credit here. She did a really good job.
I didn't even get a paper cut. Opening up the box, I didn't get any paper cuts. it wasn't that difficult, I will say. You know, the box, big box, it was a little scary, I'm not gonna lie, but once once I got the camera, it was pretty easy. And then I was just like, oh, you literally just plug it in.
Just plug it in.
and
It's like
and
what is that odor eater thing that you just plug it in, You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? I forget what it's called.
Glade.
Glade, there it is. Glade plug-in.
Not sponsored.
No.
Yeah.
so-
But I like this camera. Like compared to like if I can get it, I'll show you. This little rinky dink camera. this little tiny thing right here. That's what I had. And now I have this like it's huge. It's like this big. It's huge camera.
I'll make it easy for them. I'll show them the camera that I have here so they can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. That way you don't mess up your
I know, I don't
your
wanna
shot.
grab the
No.
camera.
Yeah, don't don't do that. We spent all that time getting it working. No. I will cut. This is the camera Brandy's using right now.
Yeah.
So you can see. I have mine upside down. Hers isn't upside down, but that one, that's what she's using right now. So night and day difference, Brandy. From
And it comes with this fancy little remote that I won't press the buttons on.
yeah, don't press the buttons on it because then
What's
you'll mess your
this
shot
one
up. Yeah, don't.
do? What's this button do?
Oh, we got a birthday in the chat room. Insane D Gamer. Happy 17th birthday to Insane D Gamer Jr.
Oh, happy
And Rob,
birthday.
his name is Robert Diaz. I think I said that right. Happy birthday, Robert Diaz, Insane D Gamer Jr.
Yeah, very cool. Happy birthday.
And Tim Keller in the chat room says, Hoarder Support Wednesday. Let's effing go.
Yeah. Oh, is this one of those meetings again?
Yeah.
This be another intervention.
So I
thought-
kind of
Thought we
got,
were over.
I was kind of creeped out by the title today. That you had picked out. And so just for the record, Brandy does an awesome job with our thumbnails. All I did was look, stand there and take a picture when her and Stephanie took pictures when we were at the different conventions so we could get them. But she does all the titling. I mean, sometimes we work together in finding them, but this one was all her. We come up with the ideas. She does the thumbnails, and I was like, where will those game collections go? And I was just like, immediately, like chills ran up my spine, Brandy, and I was like, I was trying to get out of my funk. Now you're like, you're dropping the
Where
hammer
does it
on
all
us there.
end up? I know. I went down this whole path. I was like, where does it all go in the end when you die? Like,
Well, we know yours goes into the bathroom.
well, that's where it is currently. So, where does it go after that?
Oh, yeah, well, there you go. Brandy is like Dee Dee from Dexter's Lab.
I loved that show back in the day. Me and my brother used to watch it. Great times.
Oh boy, they're riding you on the buttons. This button and that button because I would call the kettle black. Listen, you had me thinking because I'm sitting here going like we're spending our life as collectors, those of us, and there's a lot of collectors out there getting rid of their stuff, and they're like, we're done, we don't need this anymore, and which is fine. I mean, that's cool for them. They're moving on to other things that they enjoy.
Yeah.
But I stopped and I was thinking about, we're chasing all this stuff our whole life.
Mhm.
Like, if you're not having any fun doing it, you're basically wasting time and energy, right? Because you're going to end up can't take it with you. Not to be depressive here, but what is your plan? Like, let's just jump into this real quick. What's your plan with your collection? If something were to happen to you, does Stephanie have strict rules to not sell it, or what's the gamer aimer playbook here?
Yeah, I mean, we all get those comments on the videos. I mean, I especially get them a lot where it says, you will own nothing and be happy. You can't take it with you when you die. I mean, there's so many what ifs that you can do in life. And I feel like if you're happy, you're not going into debt, you're not like, choosing games over a house or over food. It's like, as long as you have your priorities straight, we've already, talked about all that stuff in the past. But obviously, I have a lot of ideas depending on how my life goes. You know, if I were to not die tomorrow, it's like ideally collecting all of this stuff, I would want it to have some sort of purpose. So, like, where would all this stuff go? Is it going to literally stay in my house for the next 20, 30 plus years? Or am I going to put it somewhere? Is that somewhere going to be a museum? Is that somewhere going to be a store? Is that somewhere going to be different conventions? You know, you always try to think of like what you would do with all this stuff. And I think a lot of people, they always like think about that stuff. Where is their collection going to go? Are you going to pass it on to someone?
Right.
Like, I mean, I'm sure that you have those same questions too and thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I know you don't have any kids yet, but that was the biggest thing when I started collecting. And I knew my son, he's into video games more than my daughter. My daughter just is like a casual gamer right now. She plays stuff. And, you know, I pretty much said, you know, I told them they could fight over it. They could split it down the middle before we had Sophia. Now it's split between all three of them. But I don't think any of them. I think my son would end up probably Brandy with them because they're not going to care. There's other stuff that I can pass along to them. But my wife knows if something were to happen when they're still young, that, you know, she should sell it and try to get as much money as she can for it to help provide for them. That's first and foremost. Obviously I have life insurance and I have all these other scenarios. Yeah. And before anybody checks out of the podcast, I just want to say this isn't doom and gloom speak. But these are things that you need to think about when you have a collection, right? And so we're hoping by talking about this, you guys could offer insight and things maybe we didn't even think about. Yeah. But Brandy, I told my wife, you know, I have plenty of life insurance and things like that. If you don't need to sell it, don't sell it. Because people will take advantage of you because they know you need to sell it. So they're going to try to get it dirt cheap. The best thing is that, you know, down the road, if my son wants to sell it, like after I'm long gone and my son wants to sell it and pay off his house to live debt free, I told him, don't sit there and say, oh man, my dad would be so disappointed with me if he was here. No, dad wouldn't. Dad would be very, very proud of you, that the fact that you took the high road and you did what you had to do for your family. That's what dad would do. Yeah. And so I want him to know that now, so that there's no like pit in his stomach because he has to get rid of something because it was dad's. Okay. I think that's one of the big things that I'd like to convey tonight is if you're planning on handing this down to your kids, let them know now that, listen, if you get into tough times, even though you're inheriting my collection, it's okay if you have to get rid of it. It is. It's okay. It brought me joy while I was here. You know, it brings you joy now. But if you have to sell it, you do what you got to do for your family. Okay. I mean, first and foremost, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, because we think about it, okay? Now, like, let's separate. I'll get back and I'll actually answer the question.
Sure.
When you have, so like parents, grandparents, things like that, we all go into thrift stores and we see all that china, all that porcelain plates. We see all those things, that little trinkets. You know, people used to have curio cabinets and they would have little tiny like figurines and Avon and QVC and all these places. And then when an older family member passes, it's like the children are burdened with all of that stuff. And does everyone want to collect that stuff? Probably not. You know, it's kind of in the same boat if you think about it. Any hobby, any collectible, it's like you kind of have to see, you know, like whenever I do have kids, it's like I don't want to burden them to where they feel guilty on literally having everything here. Like maybe take some of the valuable items and donate them to a museum with like a little plaque that says like, in memory of Game Raymer, and has like, you know, like a little blurb on like the prototypes and like the rare things like that. I mean, I know that stuff would bring money, but maybe some of those items just for like to remember me by. But all the common stuff, like all the common video games, Pokemon games, Pokemon cards, all that stuff. If you don't like it, I mean, probably just sell some of that stuff. I think that's understandable when you have collections that are so large. You don't expect someone to literally have their entire house dedicated to the stuff. That's obviously worst case scenario.
Yeah.
But I feel like, something like that, like if that were to happen, like I wouldn't even be mad. I would just think that you would have to like leave instructions on who to sell to, because you don't want to get like 30% for all your collection.
Right.
You want to try and get like 70%, like 60, 70, 80% for it if you're trying to like move all of it or a good bit. You don't want to take like 20, 30% just to get rid of it. Like, but then also you're putting that on someone else where now they have to ship items, they have to individually sell things. It's like a full-time job trying to like resell the stuff. So you'd have to go to different different things. You'd have to go to different stores, even YouTubers, there's plenty of them buying collections. Some of them do pay up. Some people don't like those people, but if they could sell it, then it might be easier just to go to some of those people.
Well, let me put this out there to you too, and the folks here in the chat room as well. So Brandy's one of those collectors, and I'm going to use her as an example because we always bust on her about her bathroom habits. And if you know, you know. That's all I'm going to say. But seriously though, not everybody that collects video games, Brandy, is into collecting posters and standees and toys like you are. You collect a lot of everything, and that's not a bad thing. It's just what you like to collect. Whereas somebody like me, I don't do a lot of like statue collecting unless it's something that I really want. Like mine are more odd. I don't get a ton of standees. That's one, I don't have the room, and two, there's just no nostalgia there for me with standees. Kiosks. Not everybody that collects video games will get kiosks like you or I. Now, I don't have a ton. I only got a few. But so I think there's also the possibility, right, that if we pass it off to our kids will want the physical cartridge games. Maybe they don't want the DVD games, or maybe they don't want the kiosks because they take up room. Maybe they don't want the posters. Maybe they don't want the banners. Maybe they don't want... So that's type of stuff that they could sell, right, for a quick buck, and those things are going to be worth something because they're rare. What is your thoughts on what's your, without divulging future plans, because this is hard because I know you've expressed to me, you've told me a lot of your future plans. So without divulging too much, like, would you be, not that you could do anything about it because you'd be gone. But if you knew now that eventually somebody was going to sell off your collection when you pass, would that change the way you collect today?
No, because I'm gonna live my best life depending on if I have another day or if I have, 50 more years or whatever I got in me. It's like, I'm gonna live life for me, and then eventually, for the family and things like that. But it's just kind of like, that's what I'm gonna do, because in all theory, we do have bigger plans, coming that we keep talking about. Like when we go to these game conventions and stuff, and I would obviously love to have some of my stuff, like what I've done in the past. I went out to like the Southeast Game Exchange, and back when they had Game Jam South, which is now going to be another convention, I brought a bunch of my video game jackets, like the Star Fox jacket for the competition that they had, my Atari 2600. It's a Wizard Video. I have the actual developer, like, employee jacket for Halloween and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And that's like a rare jacket. That's the only one in existence. And I literally brought all these jackets and t-shirts, and I hosted a panel, and I had like these prototype little action figures, like these SpongeBob ones. So of course, like, I had Patrick, and then SpongeBob, and then Mr. Krabs, but I literally I did like a show and tell, like, where people got to see this stuff. I had Sonic the Hedgehog, like artwork for the actual magazine that they used to have. But I literally passed these around so that people can see and like, hold on to this stuff. I was just passing around rare stuff. People could try on the jackets. They could, just check it all out pretty much. And I think I brought like some of the prototypes to one, like, and everyone just got a chance to see all that. And I would love to see more interactive, like, I guess exhibits or something like that. And maybe that's something that I could get into like a little bit more on like a different scale, or, whether it was stationary or whatever. But it's like, those would be fun things to do with the collection.
Yeah. Howie Carson in the chat room, he says, the people we leave behind, we can't expect them to love what we love. And I 100% agree with him.
Yep.
My dad had a giant antique glass collection, and he told me, sell what you want, as I don't expect you to love what I love. That's kind of a good point, because that's what we were going to kind of go into next is just because you love something and just because you have a passion for this doesn't mean your kids or anybody that you're leaving this to is going to have when they reach a certain age, right? Like your kids might, like my kid might want it now, Brandy, but maybe in 10 years he's going to be like, nah, it's just, it's clutter. And so somebody said it here in the chat room earlier where they were saying like, I enjoy collecting.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it is. I'm going to enjoy it while I'm alive, and then after I'm gone. And I think that you have to be that way. You can't worry about, well, when I'm gone, what's going to happen to my collection? Because think about it, even with your house, it's your house, but when you're gone, somebody else is going to live in it.
Yep.
It's nothing we own ever is ours. Somebody else is going to end up with it, no matter what it is.
Yeah, and I mean,
think about your spouse. Your spouse, if you die, they can remarry.
Yeah, and that's more power to them. You want people to be happy. You don't want them to just be dwelling on. I mean, everyone's different. I understand that, and like, it's always hard when you lose people. Like I lost my sister, and it was like a few years ago, and it's like things will like never replace those memories or those times or that person. But it's like also at the same time, you want to be there to remember that stuff, but you can't always dwell in just that one moment or that, that time. Like, you just kind of have to, like, I have some things of my sisters, I have some things of my grandparents, and that's how it is. Did we keep every single little thing? No. Because then at that point, you're just kind of like, you have like this whole like memorial of that person, this shrine. Like, you see movies where people like have untouched their whole house because, they constantly see how it looked when that person was there. And if that works for them, that works for them. But, I would think that also having this stuff, if someone did pass and they collected, I would think that maybe it would be hard to see all this video game stuff, because then you constantly are reminded of that person. So I would not expect anyone to like keep all this stuff, but I would maybe think that some things would be donated or like on display somewhere, but like the rarest of the rare, like types that I have where it's like one of 3 that exist, and mine has the cleanest label on it of the original prototype artwork for Sprocket, which is Rocket Robot on Wheels for the N64. Like those items, I don't expect those to be sold. I would hope that would like go somewhere, and maybe we all have to get a little bit better and set it up ahead of time. But also at the same time, if I don't go tomorrow, then it's like maybe I want to put that out somewhere and have people see it, and so it's always a lot to think about. And people do ask us all the time, this idea came from you guys in the chat, but it's just like, you have to think about it, because there are so many people who either sell their entire collection early on, they get out of it, they don't regret it, they sell it. There's some people that have been wanting to do things with their collection for so many years, and now they're getting out of it because it became such a burden. Yeah. And then there's people that take their stuff and they do something with it, whether they open up a store or they have some stuff on display, or they bring it to conventions. I mean, it just depends on you and then where your life takes you. Like, I could see my collection moving. I could see it going somewhere and staying. I could see, all that happening. So it really just depends on all the circumstances, I'd say.
Didn't John Hancock, he told us in Pittsburgh when we were talking to him, if you guys remember, you can go back and watch that on our channels. That'll be under our convention playlist, I believe.
Yes.
But we asked John Hancock, we said, so what's going to happen with your collection? He's like, man, I want this out of my house. Like, here's a guy who loves video games, loves retro games, loves modern games. He wants his collection, Brandy, out of his house, as do you. You've even said that numerous times publicly.
Yes.
Okay. That it just becomes, you just become overwhelmed. And a lot of the guys that you said that are getting out of the collecting, they feel overwhelmed. Like, it's like, not like hoarders, but how you see the people on hoarders act when they're overwhelmed with all the stuff.
Yes.
And John wants to get it in a place. He even said publicly, so I'm not saying anything that's out of turn. He wants to get it in like a museum type thing where people can enjoy it, where they're going to pay him a percentage to get it in there, so he'll get the money for it. But at least he knows his collection is not going to be like just resold and split up and gone all over the place. It's going to go to a great, cause, I guess, if you will, to a video game museum. I think that could be the ultimate dream for a collector. Somebody that's not connected, maybe Brandy. I'll use it as an example. There, like I said, we saw a bunch of people selling their collection. There's YouTube videos out there. Mr. Rightway, he was just in here. He's one of them. He got out of the retro gaming collecting scene. He's selling all of it. He's been there, done that. How many sets has he collected? Right.
Yep.
And he sold it. He's just not passionate about that anymore. He found a new love in PC gaming and emulating and everything like that. And so, he just like, I don't want this stuff around, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have he doesn't have kids, so it's not like he can hand it down. So why not sell it, right?
Yeah, it's like, enjoy it. Like, enjoy what you're going to get from it and all that. And I also don't think that people understand either the logistics of everything. In theory, if we all had millions of dollars, we would be able to do whatever we wanted, essentially. We could buy all those games. We could buy a lot or lease somewhere, and we could put all of our stuff in there and have a museum. But realistically, logistically, a lot of people rely on donors, and they rely on financial investors, and they rely on all of that, because it's like, how much does it cost to do something like that? There's a lot of overhead that people don't understand. It's not just you take your games and you put them somewhere. There's a lot of legalities when it comes to museums. You have to sign different things where it's like, I forget whatever it is, some C or whatever it is. You have to put it in like different terminology. You know how I am with technology, so it's just a little out there. But it's like, it's not very easy, or everyone would be doing it. And you kind of have to like donate everything essentially to it. Like, it's not like your property anymore. So there's so much logistically behind the stuff. And if it was easy, people would have already done it. And we've seen some people who have talked about this for 10 plus years, and like things still haven't happened, but it's because of the back end of it. It's not necessarily because they don't want to. It's just because it's pretty hard to go through all this. You have to find a space. You have to make the money, and how many people are going to be paying to come into a museum versus a game store versus an arcade versus a convention. It's like, I'm sure there would be waves, and there might be months where no one stops by around certain holidays, depending on where you're at. And location is everything. You have to think of all that stuff. It's even like with video game conventions. We would all love to go to every single convention every year, but logistics play into it. How much does it cost to get there? How much does it cost for the hotel, for the travel, can you drive? Do you have to fly in? Are there hotels around? Are there airports around? It's like not everyone is made out of money, and then we all know how the economy and stuff is at times, and it's like, can people pay for some of this stuff? And the places that do well have been around for many, many years, or they're like one of the only ones. And realistically, it would be nice to have all of this stuff outside of a house so that you could live in your house, and then you can play in the museum or play in an arcade or play in a store or play in a convention. So it's just, like what we see on the screen now.
That's what I wanted to bring up with what you're talking about, because this is a local arcade that's near to me. It's about 20 minutes away. It's called Pastimes Arcade. You guys have seen the video on my channel where I've toured this. Rob Burke, who's the biggest pinball collector in the world, not in the state of Ohio, in the world. Yeah. Okay, he has a warehouse full of pinballs that are not even set up. This has over, I think it's 400 pinball machines and like 200 or 300 arcades, I think it is. But there you can see Rob Burke. Okay, he runs Pinball Expo every year in Chicago. They take a bunch of these machines out. They have machines going all the way back, Brandy, to when pinball was illegal and it was considered a gambling tool. Yep. I could almost see somebody like you opening up something like this where people could come in and just play your retro gaming collection, where they pay to get in, of course. And if there was some way to make it so people can't steal console games or console controllers, but that would be really cool to have you be able to go in and just play demo games or games, and just here, I'm trying to pull this up here. I thought that was a link. Let me go back to this. I thought there was more pictures here that I could show. But yeah, check it out. Here, let's see if we can view the games. I don't know if he has it up here. No, he doesn't. It takes you to an outside link here. Mm-hmm. But you guys get the picture. You can go to my website or my YouTube channel, and you can see the different things. But I think that would be the best of both worlds, Brandy, where you could go somewhere and really see the collection. We've been to conventions where they have a historian section, right, where they have all the different consoles that you can look at and take pictures and whatever. I think that would be really, really cool if somebody did something like that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that would be very cool. So if you are someone who could make something like that happen, reach out to me. But I'd literally just put all my stuff there. But it's like, I'm not a millionaire.
Right.
I don't.
You're a YouTuber. What do you mean you're not a millionaire?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure my 25 days of Christmas giveaways are worth more than what I make on YouTube. So I was always bad at that. the making a profit part. Because I want to give it all back.
Yeah. No. So, if anybody's in the area and you want to take a trip to Pastimes, I'll meet up. I'm down. I don't live far from it. Literally, it would take me like 20 minutes to get there. And
now we have to go there at some point. I'll have to make a trip, and then we'll have to do something.
Heck, Rob would probably let us do a live episode from there. I would just take some gear. Yeah,
we could do that and get a couple recorded ones, but that would be fun. We could go live. We could chat about. See, if you guys want to see that, let us know. Maybe we can make something like that happen.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Obviously, we could wait till the summer because some of you guys that were driving in from a distance, we don't want to be driving through a snowstorm or something to come out here. Yeah. But I know William Jackson right now for the winter, he's going to be, at least till January or February, he's down in Florida. He's going to be going free play Florida. So Millennium Flashbacks. So they love your Christmas tree. I want to go back. Did you see the chat in there? I had it pulled up here. I'm gonna see if I could find this. No. It was a pretty interesting question. Let me see if I could find it. The question came up about from Dolores. If you could play one game with God, what game would it be? And I think it would be funny because I'd love to see him play Duck Hunt, because I would love to see if that dog laughed at him, if he would finally make that dog get vaporized. How many times has that dog laughed at you when you played the game You know,
Yeah.
I think it would just be hilarious to watch God just kind of like snap his fingers or blink his eyes, and that dog just go gone.
Pretty much. Or if the dog would be removed from the game.
The dog would be removed from the game. Yeah, there you go.
No more dog.
I think that would be funny. So
yeah, I feel like it would have to be something, or even just like Mario, like just playing like a classic, nostalgic, fun game that I grew up with, like something like that.
Listen. If you guys put a comment in there and we pass over it, a lot of times we'll go back to it because we don't want to break each other's thoughts up when we're going through it. So I don't interrupt Brandy. I want to try to get her, have her get her point across. What she's saying here, Insane to Gamer says we can sell everything to Retro Rick or chase after the right price at 40% value. I honestly think Rick would give you more than 40% value, but
yeah, I think so too. And I know Pixel Game Squad, they just did a video, and he was pretty much saying he would pay up to 70% depending on how good the items were. I mean, I don't think that's a bad idea. I mean, not that I'm in a selling market or anything, but...
Oh, so they're saying in the arcade version, I've never played the arcade version, that you can blast the dog. There you go. So we could all...
You know, I think I have played the arcade, but I don't think I've played it long enough to do that.
I don't know if I ever played it.
About doing that.
Master Gamer Guru, he said I'd play Sonic Adventures. There you go.
Oh, that's a good one.
Let's see here. I don't think I would be playing a video game with God. I think it would be the other guy. Oh boy.
Well,
Jesus,
we're going down this dark path here.
Yeah. Whether we're going.
I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be playing video games.
Yeah.
You'd just be burning everything.
But I think there's a lot of people though that get into this collecting with the mentality that one day, and this isn't a slam against anybody that thinks this, so please don't take it as I'm coming at you. But they come up like one day, Brandy, I'm just going to sell my whole collection, and my wife and I were going to go on vacation, and or my husband and I, whoever, we're just going to go on a vacation, and I'm going to use that money eventually, or I'm going to pay for my college kids' tuition or whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to be rich. It's going to be my investment.
And what happens is that never happens. So if you're in, so I think if you're collecting because you enjoy this stuff, enjoy it now. Don't think about what's going to happen afterwards. It's great to have a plan, right? It's great. Like it's great for me to say to my kids, like, "Hey, this is all yours." But we don't know. You don't know what could happen. I mean, heaven forbid, there could be a house fire. Anything's possible. You could have a flood, like in Brandy's case, where her.
Let's not bring any of that up here.
Well, no, I'm not trying. Listen, I'm not trying to traumatize anybody.
Or Christmas tree.
Yeah, I'm not trying to. But I'm trying to speak practically, right? Like you can't. My point is, you can't control the future.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy, and I think after you and I are talking, I was kind of in that funk for a while, and like not knowing what I wanted to do, and just kind of spending some time in the game room.
Mm-hmm.
You said it best. Like when I go into the game room, it's my place of solitude. It's like it's like my hall of justice. You know, those of you that remember watching the superpowers back in the day in the 80s, the cartoon.
Yeah. The old farts.
Yeah, us old farts. That's like my solitude, and like I just started looking around the room, Brandy, and I could sit there and I just cracked myself up. I'd sit there and go. Because I would look at something and I would go, I remember playing that with my brother, and I remember him getting so mad because I would sit there hitting reset because he would be beating me. And it kind of helped snap me out of it. It kind of helped me get, that's why I have this stuff. It's no other reason. Like, yeah, it's cool if I have some games that are worth some money. Great. It's cool that I have some bloatware or shuffleware. It's cool, Brandy, that I have games that are worth a lot of money. But at the end of the day, if I'm not happy with that stuff, if that stuff doesn't bring me joy, then why the heck do I even have it in my house, right?
Yeah, and I feel like, too, a lot of the hype was around the time of the pandemic. So if you were in it for money, that would have been your prime opportunity. Like, if I was truly in it for the money, I should have sold a lot of stuff then. Because there were times I got offered, like, $8,000. And now that same item is worth, like, $3,000 to $5,000. Like, it's kind of taken a hit, and I could have bought it again at a cheaper price and still profited. But like, I wasn't even thinking about it for the money standpoint. You know, how many people went out there Pokemon stuff? It would have been like the time to collect early on and then, you know, sell it. And then if we all knew, we would all had stadium events sealed and
Right.
kept it all these years.
And
But
it still wouldn't be worth anything because everybody would have it.
exactly. So it's like you never can guarantee anything on that. And now there's people out there buying like sealed Pokemon packs because they're hoping that in the future. But at the same time, it's like, you know, it's hard because is the stuff going to have the same effect 20 years from now that it did 20 years ago? Because now everyone's saving the stuff. So now there's going to be a surplus of like sealed stuff and surplus of all that stuff, when back in the day no one saved the stuff, and that's why it's valuable. So
Yeah.
you know, it's kind of like a hit or a miss on that, and I don't necessarily think whatever. And then also, even if I do move stuff out for like display and all that, I'm still gonna have a game room. Like, I'm still gonna have gaming areas. Will it be in the bathroom, in the bathtub?
Probably.
Yeah, probably, I guess. Let's be real here. But like, will it be in some closets? Maybe I can clear out a couple closets, just keep it in the bathtub. But you know, I'm still, like you said, like, you still want to look around and you still want to see all this stuff. Like, there are some things that maybe wouldn't be museum quality, or maybe I have two of them. Like, I have two Dreamcast kiosks. Maybe I keep one. Maybe one goes on display. Or
one was supposed to come to my house. I was still waiting for the tracking number. I didn't see it anywhere.
Oh, that's going to be delayed. When I get a third
delayed.
one,
Okay. Oh, okay.
We'll have to fight over it.
I'll even take the one that's the worst quality. I mean, I'm okay with that.
Well, duh.
Oh, there it is. It's like, well, duh. Hey, the question in the chat I saw that came up. A rich person hands you a check, a blank check. What number do you write down on it?
To take all of it?
I'm assuming that's why I wanted to come back to it. I'm assuming
Like,
that's
to
what he
sell
wants,
it
like
all?
to sell everything that you own in your collection. Mine, I probably have, with the arcades that I have, I probably have about $100,000 in my collection.
I would probably need, because
Yours is a lot more.
I probably need like $1 million.
And
I mean,
she's not being stupid. That
it's not worth $1 million. I mean, it could be worth like half, but it's like, because like, if I just start throwing things out, it's like the Sega Saturn kiosk is like $7,500. The Dreamcast kiosk is like $3,500.
shiny
N64.
shiny N64. What is that? $20,000?
Oh yeah, that one.
There's only
with
10
all
of
the
them in the world.
controllers.
There's only 10 in the world.
Yeah, with all the controllers, those, and then plus the N64s. I have the worldwide set, so it's like there would be at least like another $20,000 or something there with the controller, the multiple controllers, the controller variants, console variants. The full library is worth over $10,000, and then the cabinet, the KB Toys one, is like $6,500 because it has the TV and all that. The GameCube kiosk is up there too. So it's like I could easily get to $100,000 with just the kiosks and some of the standees and stuff. And then that leaves the rest of the stuff. So I feel like realistically, I mean, like,
so $1 million
to $1 million. $1 million I feel more comfortable because that
is realistic.
All my labor and all that.
So let me ask you then, before we get back to the chat room here, is $1 million, would that be considered maybe like 60 to 65% of your value of your collection?
Well, that's probably more than the collection's worth. That's more than the collection. It's not worth $1 million. It could be, if anything, it could be worth up to like, I don't know. It's like, it's hard to say. Like,
Stephanie's taking notes, so make sure you get the exact number, because if something happens to you, because that's what she's going to sell for.
Is it like $250,000, or is it close to $500,000?
No, you got to be over $250,000, because, like I said, with my app for all the value of my games, I'm at $100,000 with my systems and everything like that. There's no way that you're only $150,000 more than I am.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, but I know it's definitely not worth $1 million. but
you got to be
that's
up
what
there
I
now,
would do.
500 to 750,000, I would think, easily.
I don't know. I don't know if it's quite that high.
So let's ask Brandy this question then. Do you use an application like CLZ Gamer, which you could
don't.
store all your stuff in here and it lets you know exactly, what the value is of your collection and so that's not very responsible as a collector.
Well, I just got out of the dial-up ages. Do you see this this camera that we
Wait
have?
a second. The the internet had nothing to do with your video picture, as we're showing everybody. If you missed the beginning of the show, she finally, after almost a year, 26 episodes, guys, 26 weeks, that I had sent her a $2,500 camera to use for this podcast. She was too scared to take it out of the box.
I was scared.
And after last week, she was so frustrated with how her video looked. I said, she started pulling the camera out of the box. I said, all you have to do is plug it in. Take that thing and plug this in, plug that in, do this, do that. She said, okay. Then you get this video. You get this. This is what she was. It took her 5 minutes. And look at, she went from UHD 8-bit standard definition to now high definition, almost 4K. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. You can see my face get red. I don't like this. This is like this is a little too extreme. Okay, let me say. But
I'm just saying, I'm like, geez.
No, I think if I were to sell everything, I would need more than what it's worth. And obviously that isn't going to happen because no one's going to pay for your time, your effort, your energy. The fact that it's all together. People want to get things for less than retail, and that's kind of how it works. So,
let's see here. Somebody else said I'd guess 400 or 500K.
I mean that could be more accurate. I feel like that's
at least a good. That would be a good start. What app do I use? I use CLZ Gamer. That's what it's called. I pay it's like $10 a year, and it you can access it via an app. You can scan all the barcodes. Do you use a video camcorder? No, we don't use a video camcorders. We use PTZ cameras.
What he said.
Yes, the camera probably was sitting in the bathroom. They're saying actually, she was using it as a footrest underneath her desk. Is really that's honestly what she was doing.
It was under the desk.
It really was. I'm not kidding you. That's what she had it. She had it under the desk. As I said, she was using it as a footrest.
Yeah.
No,
I don't use the apps because when the apps first came out, they didn't have limited edition consoles.
Yeah, you can't put everything in it. You still can't do that.
So there wasn't like Fox data. There wasn't the Australian variants, the Japanese. There wasn't all these variants, and then a bunch of games. I had every N64 game, but there wasn't a way to select them all. So I had to individually go in there. And then it was pay now for this. And I was like, now figure it out. So I started writing everything down, handwriting and printing lists that I highlight. And I have pictures and I have the videos of all the stuff on my phone. So that's kind of what I've been using. And then a lot of it's in my head because I see a Sega Saturn kiosk sell for this much. And then I have one. So a lot of it's kind of like that. So now whenever I do move out of this house or the items do leave, I can, as it goes out or comes in, then I'll be able to put it in one of those apps. But right now that would be way too time consuming. So I would need a full team to inventory my entire collection.
Probably.
If we're talking the toys and stuff too, just the ornaments here on this tree, I have 4 Christmas trees in my house. One is toy and has all of my childhood Disney ornaments on it. And all these, so just here, there's probably over 50 ornaments. And some of these, the vintage wild thornberries, Rugrats, some of those are worth a little bit of money too. And then same in the basement where the game room tree is. So one of the Mario ones in the box can go for upwards of $100. So it's so hard to figure out what the extent of everything is because does the same app have, all these weird little things because these are all parts of the collection. Like weird. I mean, this is some cheap crap that I think I got at like Five Below, but it's like in a few years it could be worth more. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I have all that.
I got to address this and Master Games. You missed the beginning of the show where I fired and got rid of the old Brandy, the 8-bit Brandy. She's gone. She ain't coming back. Sorry if you liked her, she's gone. And I think HD Brandy. I think you agreed that she ain't coming back. We're done with her, right? We got rid of her.
Yeah. I don't have a footrest anymore, guys, but I do have this lovely camera. So that was the trade-off. I was using the box as like a footrest, a little afraid to open it up. But here I am. So hopefully things look okay and they continue to stay okay. And obviously when the holidays are over, I won't have a Christmas tree up here and the lighting will be a little bit different, but
yeah, we're going to be working on that.
Yeah, I still think it's a huge improvement from before. I've replayed some of these podcasts and I'm sorry, y'all. It's a little
Well, I mean, to be fair,
hard.
We're going to get into real quick what we're playing this week, but to be fair, this has been something that we weren't sure in the beginning. Well, I was sure. I kept saying change your camera, but I was also going down the road of if we change the camera and it's still bad, then we need the series. And you're like, you were at the point. You and Stephanie was like, you need to get that camera up. She was telling you, and I was telling you. Yeah. But Stephanie was even at the point too, telling you like, look, if you got to get faster internet to make this work, you look like trash. And we would get. We'd have this discussion after the show. It was like, we got to do something. And I know all you guys are coming in here and you're being very cordial about it, but you're like, guys, you got to do something with this.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously we knew, but when I had the internet people come out, it's like they weren't going to run the line up the wall of the house and through the ceiling and over the river
I improvised
and through the woods. They weren't going to do all that. So we did all these extra things I bought and plugins and testing the internet and all this. And then who would have known that it was that little rinky dink camera, I guess, is done. And now this camera is the way to be.
I told you that.
I didn't believe it.
She's like, no way.
And then it also didn't help that like every Wednesday it was raining.
This is true.
Or windy. It's raining today. Like didn't rain all week. It's raining today. Like
we had snow outside right now. It's snowing outside.
Geez. Yeah, it's like it didn't help that every Wednesday there was something going on. So I couldn't tell, was it the weather? Was it the internet? Was there a downed line? Was there down service? Was service over power? Like I couldn't tell. And
so Master Games Guru. Now these are a lot. These are not many companies use camcorders anymore. I do have some 4K camcorders that I have, but these cameras are a lot more expensive than what you probably learned in school. I've been doing this almost 20 years now, and the cameras that we're using, I'll show them here again. I got to drive into them. The cameras are really cool because you can maneuver them, and I'm going to show you guys. So so here, the autofocus is on. Steve came in earlier. He's like, "Hey, you're out of focus." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm on autofocus." So like right there, that's not on autofocus. But if I hit autofocus, it should focus itself back in here in just a second. Unless it's locked, I don't even know. But there we go. It's trying to do it. But anyways, that's the camera. There you go.
Oh yeah, there.
There you go. It's something. I don't know if it's trying to focus on something else. So let me see if I can get it. There we go. So there's the camera. That's the same one she's using, except hers is right side up. I hang mine upside down because I get more travel to the ground. Like if I'm doing unboxings, and I had to do something live. That's what I use. But the cool part with these things is I just hit a button, and it can come back here like this.
Oh yeah, I can do that too.
And she can do all that on her end. We set some different presets.
I won't do it because I don't have it set up anymore because I moved.
But she can do it on her remote. Yeah.
If I hit these buttons, it'll zoom in and you can see the shelves. But since I turned off the lights and I have this,
they are PoE. Yes, they're power over Ethernet. Now the way I'm doing it with Brandy though, she's doing it through HDMI. But during the break, we're gonna get her set up with PoE because then she can set up different positioning and if she wanted to show something on her shelf when her tree's not there, She could just hit 1 or 2. We've already went over that a little bit with her, so she could
Yeah,
show
I was
different
zooming
things.
in and out, and that was about it.
So she knows how to do that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah.
that's some of the things that we're going to be working on here. Coming up here so we've got some things that we're working on, but either way, it's night and day difference with her.
Mm-hmm.
The way it looks. Oh, very cool. So now if we were doing run and gun, like I use a lot of that stuff for YouTube sometimes, but we use the DJI. Like I use the DJI Pocket 3. Those things are awesome for run and gun with the built-in gimbal. They're awesome. So DSLRs, I use them for like B-roll stuff and whatnot. All right, should we get into what we're playing this week?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that.
Hey, this is Michael Rickard from Wildcard Video Games. You are watching Game Masters on YouTube. Enjoy.
All right. What is this nonsense? What are you showing us here?
I don't even know. So, no.
You don't know?
This is a Vectrex game that I bought, and I bought it a while ago. It's a homebrew game. So, this is for a 40-plus-year-old console here. It's
and you say I'm old.
Gyroastrology, and then the other side of it says Gyroastronomy. So, it's like, it's pretty much like a throwback to very similar games that you might recognize from like the arcades, but it's the Vectrex spin on it. So pretty much you have all these people who create these homebrew games, and then they make the cool overlays, they make the cool cartridges, they have the instruction manual. Exactly, it's a clone. It's a clone of that arcade game. So pretty much it's just a fun one. Like they kind of did their own spin on it, but how it works is you have different constellations, and these constellations you can go into, and each one that you're fighting the enemies off, and you have
it does look like Tempest, I agree.
Yeah, but it has a lot going on, and it's very advanced, like for a Vectrex game. I will say. So like you have these different constellations, and you can play in the what is it again? Gyroastrology, and then that's like one side of it, and then you have gyroastronomy. So you can bebop like back and forth as you're going, and then you get cool power-ups, you get cool shields, and then you have to just like go through and you have to avoid all the stuff that you're going to collide into. You have to shoot. There's boss battles in there. It sounds pretty good. It looks great. It plays very well. And I only played a little bit of it because I filmed a video. So if you guys want to see the review on that, I'm still gathering stuff for that and getting that together. So it's fun. Like I like how they take a lot of these old arcade games because they look great on the Vectrex. Those vector graphics. They look amazing. It sounds great. I still love Vector Patrol and Vector Pilot, so like Time Pilot. Like I love those games on the Vectrex just because they play super well, and they've had many years to kind of get them right. Oh, did we interrupt something?
Oh, I'm sorry. Santa's elves brought me some cookies here. I was sorry. I don't have enough for everybody, but
I don't even get a cookie.
Yeah, I got some nice cookies this time
That's
of
terrible.
year.
I don't even get a cookie.
Sorry, I was going to let you go on and on, but
you need some milk too. Okay,
I do need some milk. Where's my milk?
Yeah, request some milk, and I'll tell you about the Vectrex Mini. I did, go ahead and do that on Kickstarter. So I am really looking forward to that as well. I think that's going to bring a new love and passion for the Vectrex for a lot of people that maybe don't have one yet or haven't experienced the console. And I love it just because they're still making homebrew games for it. Like every year they're coming out with brand new games for a 40-plus-year-old console. I mean, they do that with Atari and they do that with other stuff, but I just think it's so cool that there's this niche community with the Vectrex. Mm-hmm. And if I had to give up a lot of consoles, I would never give up the Vectrex. It's one of my favorites. How's that cookie?
Oh, so for those that don't know, Every year, my wife and my daughter bake the cookies, but I have one of the toughest jobs. Okay,
Oh, okay.
I am the official cookie connoisseur. Okay, so if something's not right in it, well, we got to keep trying until we get it right.
Oh, okay.
So I just got to keep sampling it. It's a tough man. It's a tough job. It's harder than my day job, honestly. So yeah, but I think they hit it this year. I do. I think they hit it this year.
No, you're supposed
Might have
to
to have a few more. I might have to have a few more just to be sure. But
Yeah,
I think
just to make sure. Send some this way.
Oh, we can do that.
Just mail them.
All right. So what I've been playing, and I haven't been playing a lot.
Oh man!
But you said you were getting a Switch 2, so this is a game you really need to look into if you haven't already. And this is Kirby's Air Rider. If you like Mario Kart, you're gonna enjoy this game. It kind of like Mario Kart. You know how like you could smash it, throw turtles into people. This kind of reminds me of like Mario Kart meets Smash Brothers, because of the different types of games that you can play on this. And also, obviously, the driving portion of it's like Mario Kart. But doesn't it give you like that kind of Smash Brothers kind of on carts type of gameplay?
Yeah, it looks good too. It's
very fluid.
So I don't get my secret Christmas present. I mean, my present. I don't get the Switch 2 until Christmas. So I gotta wait. But whether I should know about it or not. But yeah, so no, that's actually a game. So when I got the GameCube back in the day, my grandparents, I think it was for my birthday, they said whatever you don't have for your birthday will match, and you can get a GameCube. So back in the day, I was much younger, and I think I had like $150 or something like that I had saved. I had saved it. I had done all these chores, and my grandparents treated me, and they were so nice, and grew up with hand-me-downs and all that stuff. But this one thing I remember, I really wanted a GameCube, and I got the pack that came with Mario Kart Double Dash, and it was a silver one, and I had that GameCube, and we found it was some like outdoor flea market, yard sale type of thing, and I got Kirby Air Ride, and
the original,
like the OG.
Yeah, the OG.
And I had that game, and I had the Sonic game, and I had so many GameCube games, but like I found them all super cheap, so I was able to, get them at the time. But this is gonna be like reliving those memories and those moments. So I cannot wait.
So somebody in the chat room, you had asked, for those, I do. I have an outdoor channel. I'm gonna pull that up here. But it's more or less. My audio's gone. Sorry about that.
It was me.
Yeah, Brandy did it. Brandy did it.
You didn't give me any cookies, so I was like,
She was yelling at me.
Yeah.
So we had to mute it to make sure that, So anyways, those that were asking, I'll repeat what I just said here. Because it was asked about my outdoor channel. This is my outdoor channel. Yeah, they're catching up. And so you guys can come on here. No, audio's back. It's back. See, here we come. There's a little bit of delay. We're catching up. So if you go to noboundariesoutdoors.com, guys, I'm repeating what I said when the audio was out. Blame my old age. Okay. Noboundariesoutdoors.com. You can click on it. I review all different things like coolers, broadheads, ozone technology, or different things like that. Without getting down that road, we have a podcast that we did for a while. The YouTube channel's on here, over here on the right hand side. You can click on it and go subscribe. But like I was telling Brandy, again, this is a passion project. It's just something I do for fun. I have the brand. I have some coolers and stuff with my branding on it that the company made. And but I have my channel. I think has like 340 maybe subscribers, maybe 350. I don't know. But some of the views, I'm getting like 8 to 10,000 views on it. So I think for having such a small subscriber base,
that's really good.
It's reaching out there. So I think it's doing it's doing pretty good.
I have a funny hunting story. So one day I was telling people, I was like, yeah, I gotta go hunting. I'm getting ready to go. And then someone's like, you hunt? Like, what animal are you going after? And I was like, oh, video games. I forgot that not everyone understands that hunting, like, you can hunt for deals versus hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went on for like 10 minutes, and they're like panicked the whole time talking to me.
Because they're like, wait, you go hunting?
Games. Like, they were very concerned and confused by that. But I do. My dad hunts family and stuff like that. But
yeah,
he goes out there and he's very passionate. We eat a lot of deer and things like that. And growing up,
that's what we do. We eat it, and it's nice to get away from all this and just go out there. And I fish, I hunt. It's something that I enjoy doing on the side. It's just I like to target shoot.
Yeah.
Even though technically, when I lived in Pennsylvania, you didn't have to take a class for concealed carry, and you could just go pay $20 and get a concealed carry permit. I was the opposite. I would always go and take all the additional NRA classes and the USCCA, and even in Ohio, I even got the out-of-state Utah for a while because it was the only way I could carry over in Ohio and not get But I still take courses and stuff, and I think it's fun to go to the gun ranges and stuff. And when I take the courses and you're working with some of the elderly, they're getting their concealed carry permits, and it's weird. Like, the gun shops will sell them these 1911s and expect these guys. You got an 80-year-old with a 45 caliber 1911, and that thing's going to kick like a mule. Yeah. And you know what I mean? And so, I end up letting them use my little 9 and my Smith & Wesson. So then they end up taking it back and getting that one. But it's just, I don't know. It's just fun. It's something to do outside of this. Like, I love games. I love all that stuff. But I also like, that's another hobby of mine. So if you're into that stuff, and you listen, don't feel compelled to go subscribe just because you like what I do here in the game space. If you like hunting, if you're into it, by all means subscribe to it. But if you're not into it, then you don't have to. I appreciate the support, but you're not going to like the channel if you're not into that stuff. Just being honest with you. So, it's a passion project that I can do. So it's a little fun. So, but yeah, back to what we were talking about with the Kirby Air Riders and your. I think if you can get that, if you end up getting the Switch 2 for Christmas, I think it's a fun game. That's one, and the Metroid Prime 4. Are you interested in that game?
I have to get that one. I don't have that one yet. I think just so far, I think I have the Donkey Kong game. I'm excited for that one because we did play that one in Target for a little while. We were just kind of standing there, and just continued playing it for quite a bit.
We're talking gunpowder and games. My 2 favorite hobbies. I love this channel. All right, so there we go. We got a fan for life here. Here we go. What's your favorite Christmas movie? That's a great question.
Yeah.
Brandy, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
So I kind of have like a couple of them. Every year I always have to watch Home Alone. Obviously,
cult classic.
Obviously, the first 2, the other 2, not really fans of.
You didn't like Lost in New York, really?
No. I like the first 2.
Oh, the first 2. Yeah, I'm with you on the other. That's right. There was 4
kids.
Yeah,
right?
Andy was. Yeah.
So obviously those, and then Jingle All the Way, and Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Yes.
So, so yeah, those ones I would say.
All right, I got to kind of go with you on Home Alone, but that's not my favorite. National
What, you want, A Christmas Story?
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is my all-time favorite.
Okay.
Please tell me
it's
you've seen that.
a great one.
I know you're young and all.
What's that? No, I'm kidding. I've seen them. And don't they have like a bunch of different things?
Well, they have some spin-offs, but the best
Yeah.
one, is National with Chevy Chase. I mean, not everybody's into Chevy Chase's humor, but
Yeah.
man, I think
The
back.
Christmas tree, just everything that goes wrong in there. It's great.
Say Grace.
Fun.
Grace?
It's-
She's been gone and dead these all 10. No, say the blessing. The blessing. I mean, it's hilarious
that'll
every
be
year.
on. We'll have to catch that, watch that again. There's so many great movies, so many.
I forget what the name
holiday
is.
things.
I forget what the other one is with Danny DeVito. He has that blonde wife with the two twin blonde girls, and he wants his house to be seen from space. So he puts all these Christmas lights on it. He's feuding with the neighbor across the street. Does anybody remember the name of that movie? That's a good movie if you haven't seen it. Like the guy across the street's like, well, no, wait, I have Christmas. That's my holiday. Like you could have any other holiday, but I'm the Christmas guy. And he's like, well, I'm the new Christmas guy. And he like keeps buying all these Christmas lights because he wants his house to be seen from space. He even quit his job over it. Yeah, I do like Christmas Story.
Deck the Halls.
Deck the Halls. Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Y'all got to see that if you haven't watched it. That is a great. Like you don't think you would like that, but it's a great Christmas movie. You got to watch it if you're into that. Christmas Story is another good one. You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Yeah, we watch that. When I go to my parents, my dad cracks up because my dad had red hair growing up. So the bullies, he really he loves that when he's just like, beating up the bullies and then the red hair and then, just all that. My dad just cracks up the whole time. So
you know which one?
It's quite comical.
I watched this year. My wife wasn't too thrilled with it, and I wasn't either. Was Bad Santa. Like I thought it was going to be more hilarious. I thought it was going to be more funny than what it was, but it was more raunchy than it was. Like, it was even borderline. Like I wouldn't have even said it was a Christmas movie, but like that kind of bummed me out. It really did because I was sitting there and I'm going, okay, Bad Santa. Like this guy's gonna be like the modern day Grinch, right? That was my expectation of the movie, right? Like he was gonna go in there and like rob people. No, that's not what happened.
I would think that, like, if from like outside, like not knowing.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was about.
But of course, like the Grinch is always a great one. Like if that's on, I'm not gonna change it. And then, Santa Claus, like all those ones that they did. I mean, just all those childhood ones that I grew up watching.
Mm-hmm.
Like those will always have a special place. Like I will always.
Yeah.
I'll always watch that stuff.
Yeah. He's like, I'm also a terrible human being. There's a lot of really good Christmas movies out there. That's one of the reasons, like I said, I know tomorrow night, I know for a fact that's what I'm going to be doing. But I do have a quick story that does not involve, this is the tech side of me, okay? So those of you guys, you'll have to appreciate this. But before I do that, I just got a text. Somebody was caught eating sugar in the kitchen instead of making the cookies. Right there.
That's why I don't have any cookies.
I don't know what's going on. This is my oldest, my 17-year-old. She was caught spoon feeding and eating the sugar out of the bowl. I don't know.
I think someone's gonna have to be fired.
I think somebody's gonna. Yeah, we're gonna have to drop. Yeah, that's not good. All right, so my tech story. We got to talk about this for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, Brandy knows a little bit about it. So on Monday, I usually start work about 7:30. I get up. Well, I shouldn't say I start work. I start work at 8, but I get up at 7:30. I start moving. Start checking emails and stuff like that. Well, I started looking at my notifications, Brandy, on my phone, and I started getting these notifications that I just bought a $2,000 gaming laptop on Amazon. Not one, but two of them.
Why not?
Well, and then shortly after that, my blood pressure starts going up, and I start seeing these Ray-Ban glasses coming in, like the new ones that are $300 that have like the cameras and crap in them.
Oh, geez.
And 3 pairs of them came in. So I'm frantically going on Amazon, and I'm canceling the order, and trying to get rid of the order for
That's
those.
terrible.
So I ended up canceling the laptops. While I was doing that, I'm calling customer support for Amazon, and I'm like, somebody hacked my account. Meanwhile, now you're sitting there going, well, what's the big deal? I have credit cards stored in there. So they got, they're going on a shopping spree, right? And they're sending it to all these locations. Fortunately, I caught it in enough time where I was able to cancel laptops where I didn't get charged. But the glasses, when I was talking to the rep, he's like, it's a different division. He's like, I can't cancel the order. But what I can do is, he said, I can cancel the payments, and he said, I could change the shipping address, and we can get everything shipped to your house, and then you just ship it back to us. And I was like, this guy's being totally cool, because now he has to trust that I'm going to ship it back, which, of course, I'm going to ship it back. Like, you
didn't even order it.
I didn't even want the stuff. Even if he told me I could keep it, I'm the type of guy, I'm going to ship it back, because this is it's one of those things. But so they got delivered to my house. So cool. We stuck it to the scammer. The scammer didn't get the glasses or the laptop. He had me go in and delete all my credit cards out of and my debit card out of Amazon. So that the guy that was doing it was trying to do this payment plan system. I guess you could do that on Amazon, and you could do like 5 months or 6 months payments. So I did have a $59 for each one of those Ray-Ban glasses pending in my account, but because he canceled it, it just fell off after 3 days. So it didn't actually get taken from my account. So I went in, Brandy, and I saw 2-factor authentication wasn't on. And I had turned it off because my daughter wanted access to the Amazon account, when she was using it for stuff, but then she stopped using it and just send me the links, and I've never turned it back on. So this is a lesson to all you guys out there. Please, especially during the holiday season, because they told me this isn't the first time it's happened to the people on Amazon or customers. Change your passwords. Take this as a warning right now when we get off the podcast. Go change your password. Make sure 2-factor authentication is on. Not just the text message where they send you a text message with the numbers. Do the Google Authenticator, because it changes every 7 seconds. Use that. Download Google Authenticator. It's free. It's one extra step you got to do to get into all your different applications. But change your Amazon password, your banking. Do the Google Authenticator if you can do that for the apps that you're in. Save yourself a headache. Listen, I'm not a cybersecurity expert. I've taken a lot of different. I should have known better. I should have checked it, and I told Brandy. Brandy went back and started looking through her stuff too.
Because this is like the biggest time of the year when
they're trying to do it.
Scammers are out there. They try and con you into things. I mean, we all get the texts. We all get the phone calls. No one is going to call you. Your gas and electric, or your water, or your bills, or your people. They're not going to call you and say, please send us gift cards. Please send us this. Please send up. No one is going to accept payment and gift cards and all that. And this is like one of the biggest times of the year where they get people, they send these links, they say, oh, your tracking has been delayed. Please pay us.
Yes,
this.
don't click on it.
Or it's stuck in a different country, or it's stuck at imports, or it's stuck at wherever. Don't fall for any of that stuff, and make sure all your stuff is up to date. I don't know much about tech, but I do know enough to turn on 2-factor authentication, and
don't turn it off like I did.
Yeah, you have to update your passwords, and you have to make them. It can't just be password 123. Like,
shh, don't give me my password.
I know. You got to do a little bit more. So just be mindful out there, especially when it comes to video games. Especially with like the Switch too. Like, you never know if someone's going to be scamming out there. I know people that bought PS5s when they were overpriced at one point, and they got them for a little less, and then they get shipped a luggage tag. So like,
well, I'll tell you, Brandy, what I did do. I went to Capital One and I applied for another credit card.
Yeah.
And when I get that, right now I don't have any cards in my Amazon. I don't have my debit card in there. So what I'm going to do is put this credit card in there. And then what I'm going to do is if it gets hacked again for whatever reason. Now I've got a massive. I even bought a thumb drive. Some of the guys in the chat room that seem like they're into IT, you got to put your fingerprint on it. Remember when Retro Rick got hacked for his YouTube?
Yeah.
I got one of those. The thumb drives that you put in, you put your fingerprint on it.
Wow.
It's another way to secure it. I even had that on, and they still managed to get around it. So it's not foolproof. My point is, I'm going to take that credit card and put it in there. So anything we buy on Amazon, I do it on the credit card, and then I'm going to immediately pay the credit card within the 24 hours with my debit card, my checking account, and
get
pay it
cash
off.
Back.
This
That's how you work
get cash back, but then also have the security of knowing my bank account is separate from all that. And so if somebody were to hack it, that's the Capital One's money that they're messing with, not my personal finances. So
exactly.
I'm putting that out to everyone out there. Listen, I was fortunate enough. I could have been in the hole like $5,000 going into Christmas until I got paid. Yes, and fortunately, I didn't go without anything. I was out $0. The $59 dropped off within 48 hours. It was just pending. It didn't actually post to my account. It was pending. So they all fell off. I took back the glasses today, and it showed. I actually got a call from the rep over at Amazon. He says, "Hey, I saw that you took the glasses back. Thank you so much." I said, "Thank you for trusting me, knowing that you weren't going to take my money, and then I was going to give you the glasses back, because I didn't want them. If I would have wanted them, I would have bought them, but I didn't order them. So
yeah, it's just sad. And also, I knew someone said you could have checked where it was shipped to. There's so many Amazon hubs that are like in the Dollar Tree or in a shopping center or in somewhere. So like you can't always guarantee that it's going to someone's house. And so many people will send it to vacant homes as well. So like there's so many ways around the system where it's not like it's a clear slam dunk. They're not using the real name most of the time. They're not using the real address. They might not even live in that state. They might have someone picking it up at an Amazon hub or a locker somewhere or whatever they have. So it's so many extra steps, and it's not always solved. It's not always clear cut. And when they get caught, they're not gonna continue going with it if they know they got caught.
No, and make sure your bank card has fraud protection on it. Like my bank knows anything over $750 has to be approved by my wife or I. We just do that. Like if we have to go get an appliance, like let's say we had to go buy a refrigerator, we have to call the bank ahead of time. They got 24/7 support. We call them and we're like, hey, we're going to go purchase a refrigerator. We need you to lift that, I don't know, daily limit or whatever they put on it. Yeah. We do that on purpose because like this, the laptops got declined when they tried to pay it because fraud protection shot me a message, said, hey, did you authorize this? If yes, we'll release it and then have them run it again. Yep. Well, no, I didn't do that. And then I saw it pop up on Amazon. So it's I know it can be a pain in the butt sometimes when you're trying to buy big products, but having that fraud protection, honest to God, saved me, Brandy, from having, a lot of money wiped from my checking account. That's
insane. That's like terrifying, pretty much.
It really is. Like you knew I was kind of like, oh my, I was like, it was a nightmare. But I went around to everything, and you know what? I found my one Google account that I don't use often, but it is tied to my YouTube. Somehow got hacked at some point because the phone number that was in there is not my phone number, and I changed that out and I changed the password. So, again, guys, use VPN if you can.
I had my Netflix get hacked once, and they changed the email. So I had to somehow change it back from my phone, and then everything was in a different language. And I was like, this obviously wasn't me. Like I didn't do it because I can't even understand what's going on. And they were watching some shows and stuff, and I was like, this is crazy. They literally hacked my Netflix just to watch some TV shows, and then I ended up switching it all back and logging everyone out. But it was such an inconvenience because I had to go through them, rechange the email, and then rechange the password, send it through the phone. It's a lot. It's a lot to do, and then when you get your bank accounts tied in, I mean, it's a nightmare.
It's stressful. So it's just another reminder. Me as being a tech guy, it was just kind of like, It was kind of like a wake-up call for me to be like, hey, you're a tech guy. You need to pay more attention because you get lazy and you don't change your passwords. And then You get lazy and think, oh, nobody's hacked me ever. I've been pretty good with it. And then you let your guard down and you drop your two-factor authentication.
Surprise.
And then you get nailed. So that's my story I got for you this week. Brandy, hopefully I'm going to get a video before the end of the year. My goal. I've been really taking...
You've been saying that now.
I know, but a lot of people were telling me to take a break and relax and enjoy it. And I think for video creation, I think it is going to be better. But I do want to try to get a video or two because my last day of work is next Friday. So you might see an onslaught of videos come out from me over that time period. Perfect. But I'm not going to make excuses. I've been slacking. I just plain out have been slacking. I do have videos that are coming. I did a couple shorts, but I promise I'm going to get some videos because I got stuff that I have to do a video on. Companies are waiting for me to do it, and I appreciate them being very, very understanding.
Yes.
Burnout is real. So line yourself with people that are positive like this woman right here, and that'll keep pushing you, and being there to encourage you and help you get through it. You need people like that. Don't surround yourself with negative people. You'll never get anywhere.
Exactly.
Just being honest. All right.
You just got to keep trying.
Keep trying. What do you got for us this week?
I got these fun little things. So I didn't bring any of the video game stuff up, but I did order these.
She got a bunch of... I'm going to eat my cookies while you're showing. Oh, look at that.
They're Xbox Crocs. You can literally, I don't know if it really helps with anything, but they look, they look like the controller, like they just like mounted some controller buttons on the Crocs. So yeah, I did order those. I don't even know if I want to wear them now. They look too nice to want to wear, but pretty much this week I'll be putting out that Vectrex video at some point. I'll get that out. I have quite a few other games that I just got in, some Nintendo Switch games. I went a little crazy on Black Friday. I bought all kinds of stuff on sale. And
did you do that thing from GameStop where you could trade in anything?
No, I didn't. The 25 days of Christmas giveaways were a little wild this year. So I got all that stuff under control, and I've already mailed out like 9 of the packages because we're on day 10 currently. So every day is a new video, a new entry to just comment on one of the videos on the socials, and you get a chance to win those items. I just reach out, say, hey, where do you want me to send it to? I don't ask for anything in return, and I just go to the post office, I pay for it, get it shipped out. It'll have Game Masters like pins and stickers. It'll have Gamer Aimer pins and stickers, and then it'll also have the gifts in it that the day, those items. And that's what I've been doing. So for the first 25 days of this month, Christmas up till Christmas. Oh, you have Crocs?
Yeah, I haven't worn these.
Oh, cool.
Do you know what they are? Does anybody know what they are?
It's like a backpack?
It's a video game.
It's Fortnite.
It's Fortnite. It took you long enough to figure that out.
I figured it had to be something like Fortnite. I figured it had to be Fortnite related.
I got my son these for Christmas. No. Last year, they were missing the backpack.
Oh,
they had all these other things on it. They missed the backpack. I'm just bringing this up because you showed them. So I called them and I said, my son's missing. Can you send the backpack? The lady's like, oh no, it's all combined. Like we can't. She says, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you a whole nother pair, and then we're going to send you an extra pair for your troubles. So I ended up getting.
Wow.
So my son has ones that he just wears without the backpack, and then he has one like this that is unused, and then I have ones that are unused that we just keep them in there because anytime Fortnite comes out with something like this, it's always worth a ton of money. And I thought, well, if it gets to the point, because I'm a dirty reseller, that these are worth a couple $100, maybe I can sell them for a video game. But these are actual Crocs, just like yours were.
Yeah, the Xbox ones, they sold out, and I saw that people were selling them for like 2-3 times the price. Like, it's crazy what people do. for money.
Yeah,
It's wild.
those Crocs right now. I know the Fortnite ones are for almost $300. I think they're
Jeez.
going for, and I only paid like 75 or 80 for them.
Yeah, I think
last
I had
year.
like a coupon. I got them. This is
So
on sale too for Black Friday, I think. But yeah, what do you guys want to see next week? People are
somebody had
asking
asked. I was going to say somebody asked earlier. What do we know what the topic's going to be next week? We have a bunch of different topics that you guys had suggested, Brandy. I don't know if you have them written down in front of you, but we usually post it out on what, Monday?
Yeah,
we usually post
this
out what
week
our
was a
topic's
little
going to be.
late, but this week was yesterday. But typically, I try to get it Monday, and then if there is a question associated, like this one, we didn't really have it as a community question because it kind of sounded a little like dark and gloom. But
Yeah, we
if
didn't
it's
want it to
something
be.
like weird controllers, I try to get it out, before the weekend or during the weekend. So we'll have to see if you guys just drop some topics in the chat. I'll go ahead and take a picture of all that. That way, I can have those saved and add them to our list.
Yes, because
But
next
we'll
week
have to go through.
Next week is our pre-Christmas show. It's going to be the last show until the new year, our last live show.
Wow.
Now, Brandy, we do have recorded shows that we're going to be showing at the same time. So if you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, even though it's Christmas, you're driving to grandma's house or you're driving to the in-laws, or let's say you can't stand to be at your in-laws and you're like, this just is terrible. It's Christmas Eve. It's Wednesday night. I wish the podcast was on because I need my fix. We need the intervention. Guess what? It'll still be there at 8 o'clock. You'll be able to watch it. It'll just be a recorded version of an episode that you didn't see. And then the same thing with New Year's Eve. You'll have it as well. So, Christmas themed games. We'll have to think of something kind of Christmassy. I might even bust out my Tech Buzz Santa hat and wear it next week.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Or even if that's like a little segment during it. It depends on how it depends on how much we could go there, because how many that might be
niche
games we played.
niche and promo items, or niches
Like-
in promo items.
Yeah. Or like games we played with friends and
I
family
like
during
that.
holidays.
I like that.
Yeah, because like we all got, or most of us, I would hope, you usually get your gifts for birthdays or holidays, or at least that's how it was for here. I mean, I know not everyone is lucky enough, for that, but I feel like Christmas typically is the time where people get those systems. We could talk about all of our memories of what systems we got. We could reminisce a little, some of our favorite games. If you guys had any favorite Christmas moments as a kid, whether it was unboxing,
Yes,
something,
send in a video. Your biggest
send in
memory.
those.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Bring in bring in your best memory from Christmas, what you remember waking up to on a Christmas morning and what you opened up. Brandy, really quick question from Chason. He says, any Switch kiosk needs, or are you complete?
I think it's pretty good. I got an artwork thing from him. And then I ended up buying the other one to like make one, for the thing that goes below it. I don't have the tablet, but I don't really need a tablet for it because I have it hooked up to where I could just play the games.
Jason, if you found an extra Switch, you can just bring it right over here, the kiosk, because I want one. I've wanted one. When Brandy had the extra one, she wanted it out of there. She was going to sell it to me. I just couldn't get to her house to get it in the short amount of time she needed it out of there.
Yeah.
Everybody else was lowballing her, but I was like, no, I'll pay for it. It's just that I think it was over winter time too. Like, and I didn't want to drive with it sitting in the back.
It was
and
like
getting
snow or storms or something. It was something.
So I want one.
We'll get it all together.
So, anyways, guys, I want to encourage anybody out there, if you haven't done this. I know my wife and I, we do this a lot. You have a lot of creators out there. And a lot of you guys have been generous and you give super chats out to the creators, or you give a donation to the creators. I want to encourage you, instead of doing that over the next couple of weeks, look for a kid in need out there and donate to somebody that is, whether it's a stream out there, one of your favorite streamers that are donating to children's hospitals, or look for a children's hospital that's looking for it and let them have a good Christmas. See what you can do there.
Yeah. Help the kids out. Make this make this time of the year a little bit more special for everyone. You know, that's all we can hope for.
That's why Brandy does the 25 days of Christmas and drives herself nuts every year.
I love it though, because a lot of
I
times
know.
people say that the kids are getting it. It's not always like the rich collector. You know, it's a lot of the times like you could tell it's going to someone whose kid is going to really appreciate it. And then people send me picture updates like they loved it when they opened it up, you know, Christmas Day, or you really you made an impact. And, you know, I love that stuff. Like, I want to give back more. If I could give back even more, I would. Like, so, like, I never know what the future's going to hold. Maybe I'll go bigger and better you know, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. Shout out to our buddy there, Mr. Neo Ness, Elliot. Him and his buddy, Zelda Hat Guy, they started their new podcast. I got to listen to it the other night because I was still, you know, watching the little rascal. She was running around. They were doing a test. If you haven't, go check out it on their channel. I believe in the next coming months, correct me if I'm wrong, Elliot, I think it's February you said you're going to start your podcast.
Fair enough.
Put it in the chat room what days you're going to do it so people can tune in here that want to check it out. Maybe we'll find out the next tattoo he's going to get at the next year's conventions, but
yeah.
No, you know, I was busting Brandy's chops. Somebody actually messaged me, Brandy, after I did that when I said I didn't win, and they were like, "How dare you? You're a content creator and you're asking." I was like, "No, it was a joke, dude. That's why I put LOL."
My mom comments every time, and she's like, "Still waiting." All that. Obviously, I'm not going to pick my mom, but I think everyone just likes making jokes, and they like.
That's all it is.
I'm
not being serious. I would hope if Brandy picked my name, and she's already said it, she would repick.
I've already done that to a couple people.
She probably would tell me and rub it in my face. Look, it came up with your name 3 times. No, she would do that, and I'd be okay with it because I want a kid to win. Because if it's something I wanted bad enough, I would buy it off of Brandy. I'd be like, "Hey, can you keep that?" And I buy this off of you, and then you take that money and buy another. Yeah, so I would do that. So, you know.
No, I mean that's like the thing. Like I really just hope that it's going to like a family or someone or kids or something like that. I mean, obviously it can go to anyone, but I hope whoever gets the items appreciates the stuff and they're not just reselling it, because I also have seen people win and then I see them set up at conventions and they're selling those items. And I mean, it is what it is. They won the stuff.
Yeah, you can do what they want,
but at the same time, like I kind of hope that it goes to more of like the families of the people that are appreciating, and maybe they, you know, maybe they don't have the items or whatever.
Maybe they don't have the money. I mean, that's
yeah.
You know,
I mean,
it comes out of that.
Ideally, that would be nice, and I just hope one day I can get a little bit better and I can give even more away and just do all that, and you know, that's ideally what it's like. And you know, I'm trying to lighten the load a little bit for some people because I know how stressful the holidays are. Everyone thinks that they're a magical time, but for a lot of families,
it's not.
You struggle. It's a financial struggle. It's a lot of hectic. You know, if you're raising a family and stuff, you got to find time to go out and go shopping where they don't know. Then there's a lot that goes on during the holidays, and then you have unexpected things with your cars, with your houses, with your this, with bills. I mean, I completely understand. So it's, you know, just want to give a little bit back, give a little bit more, help out. And if I could do more one day, I really hope I can do a lot more.
Well, good. You can help me here, okay? Because I'm running into a problem here. I'm running out of room in here to put stuff.
You're fine. You have a bathroom. You can put it all in the bathtub.
Where am I supposed to put some of this stuff? Like, I'm literally like wall to the ceiling to the floor.
You're fine. You have. I see plenty of room.
Where? Like I can't even put any more shelves in the console room. Like I'm to the point where I think I just need to like sell the arcades and.
I see the wood. There you have.
You see the wood? Oh, you're saying like up on the walls there?
Yeah, there's plenty of space.
Like what? So I wasn't kidding. I wanted to show everybody. Like this is how much of a funk I've been in. The day that I showed these guys on the live stream, I showed that I had gotten these.
No, all that, it's still sitting there.
Look where it's at. From the day we did the show, I moved them back over here because this is my staging area to get ready for a video. And look where it's been for almost 2.5 weeks.
You'll get there. We'll get that.
So
You know.
I'm just saying, like, it's real. It's like, no, you're not getting. Oh, so the Pac-Man. So let's talk about that Pac-Man real quick. Do we have time?
We make our own time.
Okay, so I got that at Five Below. If you guys got a Five Below near you,
Yeah.
I bought. I have one of those arcade 1-up claw machines. I do it for the kids when they come over here that don't like playing video games, and my little one. I actually have one of these. I have two of them, the Pac-Mans. But you can get this. Somehow Five Below has some kind of deal with the official Pac-Man with Namco. And so you can get like official Pac-Man merchandise from Five Below. But maybe I'll do a giveaway with the extra one I have. Because I've got a bunch of Squishmallows and stuff too.
Nice. Yeah, just fun little things to spruce it on up. No, I think you have plenty of time, plenty of space. You'll be able to get those videos done. People will get to see it.
Yeah, go into Five Below. I just wanted to share that since people were asking about it. Like, yeah, I think I only paid like $5 or $6 for it.
Yeah, I think it's like $6 or $7.
It's not $5. Yeah, it's not $5.
They went up. But they have like $25 items now. Everything's gone up. So
I don't remember if it was originally $8 and then they had it on sale for like $6.99 or something like. But go in there. They have Pac-Man. They don't have the Ghost. They just have that, and then they have a few other Pac-Man items. But favorite ornaments, really quick, and then we gotta wrap this.
We could always bring that into next week's segment.
Yeah, there we go.
We're talking about our Christmas memories. We could talk about
favorite ornaments,
decorating our trees, and then some of these are my childhood ones. So maybe I'll get into that a little bit more.
Nice.
And a lot of these are vintage up here. So,
and I would just like to say, I didn't get scammed, and I got my money back from that Spain company that had.
Yeah.
I did. I got my money back from it. It was $60. It wasn't 30. I thought it was 30. It was 60.
These old farts getting scammed over here.
Nope. I didn't get scammed. They gave me my money back, and they told me we shipped it out. I might get it in February, and they're like, you can keep it. I'm like, so now I got to keep it another 9 months before I can use it again. But there's supposed to be video game ornaments for every day of 25 days of Christmas. So, anyways,
very nice.
Yeah, that's what he says he's intended. All right, so you've got a video coming up this week at all?
Yeah, it should be the Vectrex one of the game that I played this week. I'll be doing that. I also bought. I got a lot of stuff Black Friday, so I'll have some Switch games that you have to check out. I'll have a video on that. Oh, I did get like a deal of a lifetime. I forgot about that. I went to this lady's house and I got all this stuff like boxed Game Boy Color games and stuff for like $25 and I got all kinds of stuff coming. I forgot. I have to get working on some videos too. I am coming at you, and I have a whole table and stuff in the basement. It's terrible. I'll get to it.
Well, hopefully we'll get some videos over the time that we're off.
Yeah.
But either way, we're going to be taking the podcast to the next level. We already got our camera situated. We're going to get some other things situated. I'm not going to sit there and say I'm going to have a video out this week. I'm going to do my best to try to get a video. But no promises. But I appreciate everybody's support and continued support here. I will do some shorts. I'll at least give you those videos because they're easier and I don't have to do a ton of editing. So I can kind of keep you in the loop. But you get this. You get the podcast at least.
Yeah,
hey.
The podcast. Check it out.
The podcast I enjoy doing so much. So, guys, we really appreciate it. And if you haven't seen our little Easter eggs at the end of the show, make sure you stick around to the very last video.
Yeah, it's fun.
There's some fun even after the credits. So we will see you next week for more of the Game Masters for our Christmas Spectacular. We'll see you next week. Have a great week. Oh, that was a good show. That was a long show. What are you doing here? The show's over. What are you doing?
Go away. What are you doing? Do you see this? Look.
What are you doing in there?
Why are you here? The show is over. Go home.
Go
Get
away.
lost.
Oh my gosh. Just in our house?
Yeah, go away.
Wonder how much more I can actually fit into this shower here. I feel like I have plenty of room to go ahead and put more stuff. Wait, why are you guys here? You guys aren't supposed to see this. I'm not doing anything in here. This isn't storage. You guys need to get out of here. Go. Go home. Go. Get out of here. Stop watching. You don't need to see anything in here.